Do you think that we're in control of any of this, or do you think that this is like a predestined, like before we come here in this lifetime, that this stuff is already figured out for us?
I don't know because I'm not a religious person anymore, but I don't even think that
Yeah.
has to do with religion or anything like that. I just feel like that's one of those things that was just the fates.
Mm.
Because
Hmm.
my whole entire life, I always felt that I was supposed to do something big because I've had many near-death experiences in my life.
Okay, you're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah,
Oh
wait a
yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Wait a
Whoa.
Those
minute,
are all
wait a
weird too.
minute. What do you,
Wh-
okay, wait. So
Elaborate
Yeah.
on
tell
that.
us.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the first one that happened it was like two in a row in the same like course of a week. It was back when I was in eighth grade. It was right after my grandmother had died too, and yeah, I was like my youth group. We were going to St. Simon's Island in Georgia for our for spring break for a youth retreat. We're on the way there, and I hear my grandmother's voice in my head, which was very weird. But I hear her voice in my head like, David, tell them to turn on the radio.
Mm.
And it just kept persisting and persisting and persisting in my head. And I'm like, can someone please turn on the radio? Because I noticed the weather was really weird at the time. And I'm like, and they turn on the radio and there's a tornado warning for this area. Please seek shelter right now.
Oh, wow.
And this tornado went through this area in Alabama. It was known as the Palm Sunday tornado back in like 1994, I think.
Hmm.
And it destroyed this church that was in the middle of their service. All these people died. And we found out if we had kept going on down the road, our bus would have been hit by that tornado.
Mm.
Damn.
And then later on that week, we're at a ropes course at the retreat we're at, and I love that kind of stuff. I love any like gutsy things, like just I love adventure, and I was very gung ho to do this ropes course. There was this whole thing where we climbed up this one tree way up high, like about 50 feet up in the air, and you walked across this like one board, and then you would fall backwards and of course the line would catch you and you would just basically bungee jump on the way down. And I was like, that's gonna be awesome. So I had done up my rig and everything like that. I'm going up the rungs and I hear my grandmother's voice in my head again going, David, go back down right now, go back down right now, go down, go down, go down.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay. And I'm almost there at the top and I'm like, guys, I'm coming back down. I got a bad feeling. And everybody knew I was so excited to do it. So they're like, that's weird. And so they go to undo my rig. And as soon as they barely even pull on my rig, the whole entire belt came undone.
Snaps. Oof, oof,
Yeah.
oof, 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 oof.
Yeah. And I was like, whoo. So at this point, I had two experiences like that. So even everybody else there was like, something's going on with you this weekend. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
So what's your
Something.
relationship like with your grandma? What was
Yeah,
your
I
relationship
know.
We
like
were
with your
very, very
grandma?
close. We
Yeah.
were very, very close. But see, that's not even the only one I've had. Is like I had another one. It was right after my mom had died. That summer, I was down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, at the beach. And the previous year, they had a bunch of shark attacks down there. And I'm out in the water, and I hear my mom's voice in my head, going, "David,
Wow.
go back into land." And at this point in my life, I'm like, okay, anytime I hear something like that in my head, I'm going to listen to it. It's
Mm-hmm.
that intuition. It's like sometimes you just got to listen to that intuition. And so I go back into land and I turn around and I look and I see this giant shadow of a shark swim by right where I was.
Mm.
And I'm like, no, okay. And there
Man.
was another time I was in New York and I was like crossing the street and I just hear it. And we had just had a big ice storm and everything like that. And I hear in my head my mom's voice just go, David, jump. And I jumped. And what had happened, this car had tried to stop at an intersection, but it couldn't. So it was just sliding through the intersection. And I jumped just in time and I just landed on top of the hood instead of getting hit by the car.
Oh my God. Okay, no,
Yeah.
you're not religious or anything, but like you've
Yeah.
got like some really
That's like divine
like
intervention.
yeah, like guardian
Yeah.
angels, like your mom and your grandma
Yeah,
are like
they're looking out for
we're
you.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's weird. It's weird. So I've never gone full atheist because that kind of stuff and all these ghost encounters I've had my whole entire life too. So I'm like, I don't know what's out there in the universe, but there's something else going on that I just can't explain. But those are all those moments made me feel like, okay, there's something. I'm still alive for a reason. There's something more I'm supposed to do with my life.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to do something bigger with my life, and that's this one thing I've always just had in the back of my head. I'm supposed to do something important one day. Yeah.
Did you think it was playing Art the Clown?
No,
and
maybe that's not even it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
I have
yeah, no,
idea.
I love that you like think like that. It's people ask me all the time. It's like they're like, why are you here? Like, what do you want to do with your life? And my thing is always like, I don't know. I don't even want to say it's stupid, but like I should start like this is what I feel is I just want to make a lot of people smile. Like that's it. That's all I want to do. Because it's like I just like that's what I want to do. Like that's what makes me happy when people are happy and people are like enjoying their shit and I see them doing their stuff. Like that's what makes me happy. That's when I'm
the
like
same with
happiest.
me. That's why I got out of teaching. It was right after, it was like the year after my mom died, and I was in college and I was doing my internship in the schools, and I'd had a lot of other stuff happen that semester. I went back. I had my dad's mom die, and then one of my friends committed suicide, and my dog died, and my sister married a homeless man, and all that happened in like a month's time of me going back into my internship. And I'm just like, my brain is, and this is like a year after my mom died, so my brain's like so I was like very depressed and not thinking straight. And I'm in the schools and I'm reading stories one day for my students, and I was doing the silly voices for all the characters, and they're laughing and having fun. And then I'm like, okay, we got to go to math. And they're like, no. And I'm like, and it just kind of hit me in that moment of like, I am getting more fulfillment out of entertaining my students than teaching them. I love making them laugh. And I was the same way with my mom the whole entire time she was sick. I was always trying to entertain my mom and make her laugh. And I was trying to do that with the whole entire family when everybody was sad and all that. And it was like 2.5 years that she was suffering from cancer. And it was just like, I was trying to do whatever I could to distract and bring happiness and joy and laughter.